Imagine a life where you no longer fear change, where you embrace each moment, knowing that nothing lasts forever. The people, the places, and even the feelings you have right now, everything is changing. This idea might sound a little scary at first, but learning to embrace impermanence can bring you peace and freedom. In today's video, we will explore 7 lessons from Buddhism on how to embrace impermanence and how doing so can help us live with more happiness and less suffering. Let's dive in. 1. Understand that change is inevitable. In Buddhism, one of the first things we learn is that impermanence, Anicca, is a fundamental truth of life. Everything changes, nothing is permanent. People grow older, seasons change, our thoughts and feelings change, and even our bodies change. At times, this constant change can feel unsettling. We want things to stay the same, our favorite season, our job, our relationships. But the truth is, change is inevitable. It's part of life. Instead of resisting this truth, we can learn to accept it. Buddhism teaches us that change is a natural law of the universe. Everything is temporary. Nothing lasts forever. And that's okay. In fact, this truth is not something to fear. It's something to embrace. Think about the nature around you. Every year, flowers bloom and then fade away. The trees grow new leaves only for them to fall again. The sun rises and sets every day. Change is happening all the time, and it's beautiful in its own way. Life is not about holding on to things forever. It's about experiencing each moment as it comes, and letting go when it's time. When we understand that change is inevitable, we stop clinging so tightly to things. We start to see life for what it truly is. A journey of growth, learning, and transformation. Even when things don't go the way we planned or expect, it doesn't mean they're wrong. It simply means we're being invited to move with the flow of life. Imagine if you could stop resisting change. Instead of feeling frustrated when things change, you'd begin to see those changes as opportunities. Every change, whether big or small, brings new lessons and growth. For instance, if a relationship ends, it might hurt, but it also clears the space for new experiences and new people to come into your life. If you lose a job, it might seem like a setback, but it can also be a chance to discover new paths and passions you never knew you had. Buddha once said, "The only thing that is constant is the change." By accepting this truth, we can let go of fear and find peace in the unknown. Every moment is an opportunity to embrace change, not with resistance, but with curiosity and openness. When you begin to understand that change is a natural part of life, you'll stop feeling anxious about it. Instead, you will feel a sense of freedom. Freedom to live in the present, to experience life as it comes, and to trust that each change brings something new and beautiful. So the next time you are faced with a challenge or a change, remember, it's not something to fight. It is a chance to grow. Embrace it. Let go. And trust that change, as difficult as it may seem, is always leading you to where you are meant to be. 2. Live fully in the present moment. If everything is changing, the only time we really have is right now. We live in a world where we are constantly rushing. We worrying about tomorrow, regret the past, or get lost in endless to-do lists. But what if you could stop for a moment and really experience the now? Buddhism teaches us that life only happens in the present. The past is gone, and the future hasn't happened yet. All we truly have is this moment. Think about it. When you are doing something you enjoy, like eating a delicious meal or spending time with friends, aren't those the moments when you feel most alive? That's because you are fully present. You are not distracted by what is coming next or what happened before. You are simply enjoying the now. Living fully in the present moment doesn't mean ignoring your responsibilities or your future goals. It means not letting your thoughts and worries take you away from today. Imagine being at work or school, but instead of worrying about what might go wrong, you focus on the task at hand. When you do this, you will feel more focused, peaceful, and even more productive. Buddhism teaches us the practice of mindfulness, paying attention to whatever you're doing without judgment. Whether you're washing the dishes, walking, or talking to a friend, mindfulness means being fully engaged in what you're doing without rushing through it or getting distracted. For example, when you are talking to someone, really listen to them. Notice their words, their tone, and how they make you feel. This simple act can turn a regular conversation into something meaningful. Living in the present moment also means accepting that things will not always go as planned. Sometimes we want life to be perfect, but it's the messy, unexpected moments that teach us the most. When we accept and embrace the present, we can flow with life instead of fighting against it. Buddha said, "Do not dwell in the past. Do not dream of the future. Concentrate the mind on the present moment." When we focus on the now, we give ourselves the gift of peace. The present moment is where life is happening, and it's the only place we can truly find happiness. So take a deep breath, feel the air in your lungs, listen to the sounds around you. Let go of the worrying and the rush right now. In this moment, you are alive, and that's enough. By living fully in the present, you can enjoy life more deeply, find peace within yourself, and create a sense of contentment that no amount of planning for the future can bring. The present is your gift. Don't let it slip by unnoticed. Live fully in it and watch your life transform. 3. Understand the cycle of birth and death. Life is full of beginnings and endings. Everything that is born must eventually die. This truth can feel heavy at times, but in Buddhism, understanding the cycle of birth and death is a path to freedom and peace. It's not something to fear, but something to accept as a natural part of life. Think about the seasons. Winter comes and the trees lose their leaves, but soon, spring arrives and new life grows. The cycle of birth, death, and rebirth is happening all around us. In the same way, life moves in cycles. One moment begins and another ends. Just like the changing seasons, everything has its time. Buddhism teaches that everything is impermanent. The body we have now will one day change, just like the seasons do. But that doesn't mean life is sad or hopeless. In fact, understanding this cycle helps us to live more fully. When we realize that everything changes, we stop holding on to things as if they will last forever. This doesn't mean we stop loving or caring, but we start to appreciate things more because we know they are temporary. Think of a flower. It blooms, it flourishes, and then it wilts. But it's beautiful in each phase. When we understand this, we can embrace life as it is, full of moments that are all part of a larger flow. Life isn't about clinging to one moment forever. It's about embracing the full journey. The cycle of birth and death also teaches us about rebirth, but not just in the way we often think. Rebirth doesn't only mean the start of a new life in another form. It's about change and growth in this very moment. Every day we have the chance to be reborn through our choices and actions. Just as a tree loses its leaves and grows new ones, we can let go of old habits, thoughts, and emotions, making space for new growth. When we truly understand the cycle of birth and death, we learn to let go with grace. We stop fearing change and instead start embracing it. We stop trying to hold on to things that are meant to pass and start appreciating them as they are. Just like a sunset, beautiful because we know it will end, life is precious because it is temporary. So, next time you face a change or an ending, remember, it's part of the natural cycle. And with every ending, there is a new beginning. In the same way that the night gives way to the morning, we too are always moving toward new possibilities. Embrace the cycle and let each moment of life be a chance for growth, wisdom, and peace. Birth and death are not something to fear. They are a dance of life, always flowing, always changing. Live with awareness, and you will find beauty in every phase. 5. Be grateful for what you have. In life, we often focus on what we don't have. More money, more success, more things. But Buddhism teaches us to shift our focus and find contentment in what we already have. Gratitude is a powerful practice that can bring peace and joy into our lives. Think about a time you spent with someone you love. You may know that the moment will not last forever, but that doesn't mean you can't enjoy it. Whether it is a sunset, a meal, or a conversation, being grateful for those experiences makes life richer, even though they're temporary. Gratitude helps us to stay grounded in the present moments. When we focus on what we have, we are no longer trapped in the past or worried about the future. We start to appreciate the beauty of the present, right where we are. So take a moment today to pause and reflect. Be thankful for your health, your home, your loved ones, and even the small things that often go unnoticed. The more you practice gratitude, the more you will realize that happiness is not found in what we don't have, but in what we already possess. By being grateful for what we have, we begin to see life with new eyes. Every moment becomes a gift, and peace becomes our constant companion. 6. Recognize the beauty in transience. In Buddhism, we are taught to see beauty in impermanence. Even though things change and don't last forever, their temporary nature makes them precious. If things lasted forever, we might stop appreciating them. But knowing that something will not last forever helps us value it more deeply. Think about a sunset. For only a few moments, the sky glows with brilliant colors, and then, just as quickly, it fades into darkness. We can't hold on to it forever, but that makes the moment special. It's the very fact that it is fleeting that makes it so beautiful. Life is like this. Every moment is precious because it will not last. The people we love, the experiences we enjoy, the feelings we have, all are changing, and that is part of their beauty. When we recognize the impermanence in our lives, we stop taking things for granted. We start to see the value in the present moment. Instead of waiting for the next big thing to bring us happiness, we find joy in the small, fleeting moments. A warm smile from a friend, the smell of rain, or the feeling of peace in a quiet room. These moments might be brief, but they are full of beauty. By embracing the truth of transience, we also learn to let go of what is no longer needed. We don't have to hold on tightly to things because we understand that change is natural. Whether it's a difficult feeling or a challenging situation, it too shall pass. And when we let go, we make space for new growth, new experiences, and new beauty. Life's constant flow reminds us to live fully, to appreciate each moment while we have it. Every experience, whether joyful or hard, is a chance to recognize the beauty in change. So don't be afraid of transience. Embrace it. The fleeting nature of life makes every moment more precious. By seeing the beauty in transience, we find peace in the flow of life itself. 7. Trust in the flow of life. Life can feel like a river, always moving, sometimes calm, sometimes full of twists and turns. At times, we try to fight the current, wanting to control every step, every decision. But Buddhism teaches us a powerful lesson. When we trust in the flow of life, we find peace. Imagine you are standing by a river, watching the water flow. It moves effortlessly, whether it's clear and gentle or wild and rushing. The river doesn't try to fight its path. It simply flows, trusting that it will reach where it needs to go. Life is like this river. Sometimes we face challenges or uncertainty. But if we trust the process and let go of the need to control everything, we can find our way. Trusting the flow of life means accepting that things will change, and that's okay. There will be times of happiness and times of sadness. There will be moments of success and times when things don't go as planned. But just as a river always moves forward, life continues to flow. Every experience, good or bad, is a step in your journey. When we trust in this flow, we stop resisting what's happening. We let go of fear and worrying, knowing that everything is part of a bigger picture. Even when things feel uncertain or difficult, Trust that life is guiding you toward what you need to learn, experience, or grow through. By surrendering to life's flow, we also stop comparing ourselves to others or wishing we were somewhere else. We realize that our path is unique, and that's exactly how it's meant to be. Just like the river, we all have our own way to travel, and we don't need to force it. So, when life feels overwhelming, remember the river. Trust that it is guiding you exactly where you need to go. Be gentle with yourself. Let go of the need to control and allow the flow of life to carry you. There is peace in trusting the journey and freedom in surrendering to the flow. Embracing impermanence, as taught in Buddhism, is not about fearing change. It's about understanding that change is a natural part of life. By accepting change, living fully in the present moment, understanding the cycle of birth and death, embracing the impermanence of emotions, being grateful for what you have, recognizing the beauty in transience, and trusting in the flow of life, we can live with more peace and less suffering. Remember, life is constantly changing. Nothing lasts forever. But that doesn't mean we can't find joy in what we have right now. Embrace the flow of life and you will discover that change doesn't have to be scary. It can be an opportunity for growth and peace. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more lessons on living a peaceful and mindful life. See you next time.